Hi guys, FrostFangs here, back again, of course, with another Paladins video back on the PTS for the Season 6 update. We're going to be playing NYX today, actually in a match with a build I've put together. I've spent quite a bit of time on it, played her a ton in the target practice, actually played her in a match as well. She is still a little bit broken, some of her kit doesn't work properly, but I'm not going to go too in depth on that here because most of it I'm assuming will be fixed. I'm recording this one quite a bit after the last video. That one's already gone out when I'm recording this right now. The patch notes are up. We're getting payload back again, which is huge. Mid-air inaccuracy was removed. You've got extra sort of control in the air now again, which is just all great stuff. The balance section of the update is quite small, so I'm not really going to go over that like I thought I would when I recorded the first one. The only thing that I don't like about the update overall though is the remounting thing. I really like the idea, sort of bringing Paladins back to where it was back in the day with payload, and especially remounting. It really makes it feel kind of retro and bringing back some of the good elements that used to be in the game. But the way it works at the moment, where you can just insta-mount anytime you want, even if you're in combat, is really, really weird. You shouldn't be able to remount, I don't think, in combat at all. It should wait until you're sort of self-healing, and then being able to redeploy your mount kind of makes sense. Even then, though, I don't think it should be instant. Would love to hear your guys' thoughts on the whole, set of changes in this update. For the build, though, it is super safe. A ton of extra health, a bit of extra speed on the right click, reset on the right click. I think these three cards are going to be kind of standard. True Freedom level 1 is really nice to have. Even 2, maybe 5 if you just want to always have the combo whatever you want. But realistically, I think level 1 is just the best way to run this card. Then also extra speed with the Rift Slash, just because it's quite a big amount for 5 seconds. And with the reset, you pretty much always get that speed buff. Although I'm not sure if this works properly or if this works properly because it seems to be able to reset beyond 5 seconds. Like I said, PTS stuff is going to be janky. This card does work. It's kind of interesting. The extra slow isn't really needed because it is already quite a bit. And the increased Rift Pulse area doesn't seem to make that much of a difference, even at level 5, so I don't know if it's broken or if it's even worth running, really. F-Pull also doesn't work properly at the moment, and the Q is a bit weird, but like I said, I'm not going to go into it too much. Let's just jump into a game 1. I'm going to have to play on NA, though, because it's like 5 AM. We've got Siege Water Escape, we've got NYX, of course, we've got a Ceres, we've got a Grok and a Lian. For some reason it's bugged up here. I'm up against Koga, Grover, Caspian, and Strix. Will go for the standard sort of thing I've shown you already. This talent is fine, although I would like to see it also charge up your right click a bit faster, because that does feel pretty slow, because you can't do anything while you're charging it, and the talent's meant to buff it. Would be kind of nice. We're up against Nocturnal, Measure Cadence, Rampant Blooming, Adrenaline, Janky, Eminence, Ultimate Warning, Snare to reach. Judging just from the lineup, I'm expecting this to be kind of rough. We're going to push in here on the Strix, see if we can do something, just throw that at the door. But yeah, playing on 125 ping, I'm expecting it to be kind of rough. So we can jump on the point and try and duel with her. Pop the F here does work as a very interesting ability when you're kind of dueling like this. There's a point blank range right click. The slow on it is pretty hefty. We're going to throw the wall there to block the Strix. She's actually out well down back through the right click, kind of closer than I wanted to. We'll pop the F. Ceres gets with the heal, so I feel pretty good here pushing in this aggro. Get rid of the Grover. Buck's going in with me. You can really play like a super aggressive tank, as you're sort of seeing here. That worked. There's a right click point blank. More hits on her here. Sure, just zone him. There's a Q. Do want to throw it pretty close to yourself, obviously, to get the buff on it. There's more hits. There's the F. Sure, just pressure the Caspian here. I'm surprised he didn't run back into spawn. Okay, just kind of tapping away at him. Don't know if I'm even landing half these hits. Just trying to look at the damage numbers, but obviously the lag is making it kind of tough. Ceres giving us crazy big heals as a shield. Jesus Christ, the burst on that Strix. I feel kind of bad for that one. Don't think I actually checked what setup there NYX went for, but we've gone for like a full health sort of aggressive build, and the team's comboing with it. Pop the F there to just keep our health bar kind of up. We throw that big right click at the back. Drop a Q there to try and block a bunch, but it is going to get cleared pretty quick. That's Grover with the ult. Tap the Caspian. We've gone for also a very speed-focused build. I got caught there. We're going to go for the ult. Sure. Don't catch the Caspian. We did pull the NYX towards us. This is a mess. There's the F. I think we're going to kind of win this one just from the pure amount of output and pressure we're putting on him. Just kind of spawn locking him here. It feels kind of bad. We'll load up the right click. Just drop that there. But there we go. That's the push successful. 2-0. I wouldn't say NYX is overpowered, by the way. I feel like a lot of people are going to think that, but personally I think she's kind of fine. When you look at her in sort of a bubble, especially on the PTS, she might seem too strong, but when you compare it to other tanks, and if you imagine her being replaced on a team with somebody else, she actually isn't that crazy, and her damage output could even do with possibly being a little bit higher. Then again, she has a hell of a lot going for us, so that is kind of hard to say. We'll let the right click, throw that in there just to try and zone off that area. I don't think I need to pop the F just yet. We're going to push in and now pop it. Okay, getting knocked. That actually really threw me off. Like, if you have a semi-competent healer and you're just in the middle doing your thing, she really can be a pain in the ass. I think that's the reason why people would be likely to call her overpowered, is because she is so in your face and aggressive with the way that you're meant to play her. You're meant to be point blank range, sort of smacking people. That's obviously just going to be more noticeable than a more slightly reserved tank. We'll let the right click, throw that there, but she's definitely out here. Although for some reason it didn't show up in the kill feeds. Another big thing to mention with NYX, especially when you're going in a 1v1, you really notice how goddamn useful your cards are. She has a lot of options with cards, but they make a really big difference, I think, compared to some of the other tanks where it doesn't make that big of a change. Some of the tanks, it doesn't really matter what setup you're going for because you're going to try and play them the same way anyway, but with NYX, the way you're kind of running it really makes a difference. We'll throw that up there, try and zen him a bit. Do I go for the ult? I did try. I think it actually kind of went off there. I'm not sure. Stun on Grover. I think walls block it. I guess it's good to find out. There's the F. Now we'll try and run. We'll load that up. Grok's going for the ult. Now we can fully retreat. You don't have any proper movement, so you're sort of relying on your team for that, but that's why we have a build with some speed and some other buffs to it. But there we go, there is the victory. We'll do one more because that was a pretty quick game, but as you can kind of see, she is quite steamrolly, very aggressive, and the set makes a big difference. A lot of things I could say. I think that gameplay did sort of speak for itself, though, in an ideal scenario where it works. There are the stats. Shouts to the team in that one. We requeued, just jumped straight into a game 2. Alright, well, we got Siege, Splitstone, Quarry. I had to requeue for it to actually get me a match, but we're in. We got Combat Medic, Pip, Aegis, Fernando. We got Tribunal 7, then Booby Trap Vivian. And then Suspect Everybody, Totemic Ward, Leviathan, Relentless, and Abyssal Breach. Don't know how this will work with Fernando. It seems like he's already gone. Thought I might be able to get a cheeky knock there. We'll throw the wall up, pop the F as well. Do want to try and get near tanks with that. We're nearly going to get all of our health cleared here. Not looking too good. There's another right click. I don't know exactly where I'm trying to place myself, to be honest. I'm dead. Yeah, that was a really, really rough start, to be completely honest with you. I don't know how that went so badly. We'll throw an insta right click here, pop an F as well, and just really try and get rid of him. Might be able to regain it here in time. We'll throw a Q just to be annoying. Vivian is out. Got the right click reset. We'll throw that Vakoa back there, try and duel with her, but I'm just going to try and get a touch. It seems like we did regain it. I did die because I played really aggressively, but just in case I didn't say it in the first game, she is very team dependent. You can definitely do fine without a team that's synergizing with you, but it's going to make a really, really big difference if you've got combos. We'll throw that there. Don't know where anybody is at the moment. Did get a little tap there. We'll pop the F just to really get some tick damage. Insta right click to push her over there just to zone him. You should charge it to get the damage, but got to pop it there if you've got to pop it. There we go. She's out. Tried to throw a Q. Got separated. Did get rid of the enemy NYX. I think the heals are the problem right now. Not that Pip's doing a bad job, but obviously he's dead quite a lot of the time. He's being kind of countered. And we also don't have items on Vivian for some reason. There's a right click with a huge slow. Tons of damage. I'm pretty sure we're getting rid of her here because the health bar's empty. Yep, there we go. I think that's actually what's bugging the kill feed now that I think about it. It's a right click. I'm dead. Everyone in my team is gone. So yeah, can't really do much. I think this will really show the two sides of matches you're going to have with it. We'll go for the ult, maybe get some pulls in. Somehow that didn't get me anything. There's a Q, right click. I'm just dead. I think any second she ulted. We're actually alright. Fernando saving us there. Get some hits on Vivian. She's going to mount up. I always forget you can do this. I don't want to really use it because it's kind of cheesy, but yeah, you can just remount now to get away like that. Didn't really show that at all in the first game, but yeah, remounting is a thing. Hello, Mako. There's a knock for you. We're going to pop the F and try and zone. We'll throw the wall up there. Just kind of play on this side. Get rid of the freaking her, maybe. That didn't work there. So right click. I'm dead. I would have got executed anyway. My wings also fall off when I die. Seems like this might be a 0-4, complete opposite of the first game. We'll see, but I don't really feel that good remounting because I'm assuming that it's going to be changed at least so you can't use it in combat, and maybe so it's got a bit of a timer on it if you can, or even if you can't. Like I said at the start of the video, am I dead here? No, we dodged it. It's a right click, pop the F, kind of punch away. We'll throw the wall up kind of aggressively here, try and help the team with the Nando. Vivian is gone. I don't know if she actually even has items yet. He's probably got his ult up. There's a right click to try and save R7, playing really aggro here, but not really doing anything, to be honest. Pip there coming through with the heals. She has actually got items at the moment, so that's sewing. Couple little taps. You can actually hit even at that range. There's a right click for the Grok. There's an F as well. He's gone. 7 with the ult. Hello, Vivian. I can't really do anything against you there. I'm going to have to just retreat. Hello, enemy Grok. There's a right click. But yeah, remounting is kind of cheesy. We're going to go for it here and then kind of pull away. That didn't work because I got caught. There's a Q. Doesn't seem like this is going to be a 0-4. I did go for the lockout there with the thing. There's the ultimate. You can actually pull away from that pretty hard as an enemy being pulled into it. There is a right click. Vivian somehow got like a huge heal there, or that was a shield health. I don't know. Trying to retreat. We'll mount up. I'm dead. Yeah, using the mount to run away or using it as like a strat mid fight is actually an option. There is a way where I can imagine it working if it's tweaked, and I do like the idea, but let's push in here. Maybe get rid of the Vivian. There's an F. I know the point's kind of on its own here. I'm hoping tick damage will do it. I guess we'll have to push in. Yeah, Fernando should have this covered. We'll deactivate the F. The pull on it doesn't work as far as I know. Right up the right click, tap the Makoa or just her. Sure, trying to body block her, sort of playing a melee game here. Go for the ult. Sure, that should pull them all in, hopefully, and then a big stun. I don't know if the stun even works, because it seems like half the time the people I'm pulling in aren't stunned. I didn't die there, because Fernando's a god tier ult man. Seems like the F is bugging the kill feed, though, because half the time I can't tell when she's dead or not. That was a pretty big slow. There's the F. We can push in on Vivian, even with the ult. We should be able to shred her here. Fernando's with me. She's somehow not out. It's a wall. I am playing on an A, like I said, so I'm expecting lag, but man, this is scuffed. really don't know how she didn't die on that one, but we did get kind of separated from the pip. There is the defeat. Well-deserved win for them. They played better for sure as a team, but that was the exact opposite of the first game, just the same thing that we had in the first one reversed on us. Good showcase for NYX though, even though that was a 0-4, we were beaten out by 7, and their Vivian, who was really weird. She wasn't cheating. I thought she might have been a Maul, but she has 2 deaths there. She was just playing well and somehow living all the time on like no health. 23-2. Don't have anything to add here at the end, but I do really like the new sort of champion select screen. It feels very, very sleek. I think the UI could do with a tiny bit of work, but I do like it overall. I think it just lacks a little bit of character at the moment, and hopefully in the future updates they'll make it look a little bit more fitted to Paladins. But the background is sick. I like it a lot. And yeah, that was a look at Queen of the Abyss and NYX, although that could do with a tiny bit of tweaking, I'm sure, but so should, you know, her sort of kit, I think, and just, you know, her bugs and all that stuff. I'm not going to go on here at the end just yet. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Of course, let me know what you want to see me next. Let me know, of course, your thoughts on NYX if you didn't in the first video, because I know a bunch of you guys did. I'll see you all really, really soon. And as always, stay frosty.